Alright, g'day guys, Clint here from Waterpro, and I'm about to do an unboxing of the Gardena 30 m roll-up, kink resistance, 10 out of 10, wall mountable retractable garden hose. Now, as you'll see on the floor here, I've been using one on the ground. Not how they're designed to be used. They're meant to be mounted to a wall or similar, a post. I actually spoke to the guys that built the backyard about getting a post made and putting it in the ground here so that I didn't have to mount it to the wall. And they were actually more concerned about the post than they were about the wall. They suggested that a post, no matter how much you sink it into the ground and no matter how much concrete you put around it, it's continuously being pulled, it's just going to eventually come out. So we're going to mount this to the wall. I don't know if I've got all the gear here, so we're going to start opening it up and see. I know I've got a drill and a drill bit. I just don't know if we've got any plugs. But most people don't have plugs at their house. So let's see if there's any in the box. Oh, there's some in the box, it's on the top. So we've got the gear here to mount it. I'm going to unpack this on camera to show you what the go is. And then I'm just going to use the existing one to mount that one on that wall and hopefully not upset my landscapers by damaging that wall too much. All right, so it's very well packaged. As you'll see there, it comes with a template for marking out where you're going to put the unit. So I'm going to cut that off because I don't want to lose it. So these units are available on our website at waterpro.com.au. I stole them, but you need to pay for them if you want one. It comes with instructions in a plastic bag. I think they're close to 200 or more. They're pretty pricey. Like, I think that hose reel market, you kind of, if you're paying less than 200, I think you're not getting a good hose reel. Other thing to, I guess, remember with this is it's a 30 m hose. Most hose reels are only 18 meters. I've got a really big backyard, so I wanted to be able to take it wherever I want to go with it. So I've bought a 30 m one. Well, sorry, I stole a 30 m one. So it comes in a plastic bag. What can I get out without hurting it? Ugh. So this is what they look like new before I get my hands on it and destroy it. That's what they look like once I've got my hands on it and destroyed it. So everything you need to start using this as a garden hose comes in the box. So it's ready to go. You put your little grey snap-on fitting on your garden tap. That snaps on. You've got a nozzle and a hose end here. Something worth noting, the hose end bit thingo here has a little thing in it that if there's not an adapter, so the water won't come out. So if you just try and turn it on, nothing will come out. I don't agree with them. I don't know why they have them. Like, it's, I guess sometimes people are going to want to use them without it, but we've changed ours. So if you have a look on there, that's a Pope fitting, not a Gardena fitting. Gardena would do open flow ones because I think we've sold them. That doesn't look like a stop one. Actually, you could probably switch them around. Yeah. So that's an open flow one. There you go. So don't go buy new fittings. Put this one on that one and that one on this one because it's always going to be plugged on to that. So that's what they look like before I get my mitts on them. Come back here. What else comes in the box? So that's the bracket. Hey, look what we got here. So we're done with that. Now, this door stop here has nothing to do with it. I was going to steal the plugs from here because all our doors are stopped, but we don't need them, so we don't need that either. Now, most of you probably are smart enough and you don't need to read these instructions. I am not. So I'm going to have a quick squiz of the instructions and see what they recommend for you to do. So you basically got to mount the wall bracket and slide the hose in. Things that I'm thinking about at the moment are how to drill a hole in the wall for a plug this big. They're pretty decent plugs. It's like a 13mm or a 10mm plug. And where I'm going to put the bracket. So I wanted to tuck it up as tightly as I can. I also don't want to see the garden hose from on the other side of the wall. So I need to get it low enough and out enough that it's not going to swing back and smack into this render. But I don't want it to look dicky and have it all the way out there. So we'll work that out in a sec. My main problem is going to be drilling a masonry hole that big, which may mean calling up a friend who has masonry bits. All right, industrial scissors, Sidchrome scissors. Oh my God. If you're gonna buy scissors, buy Sidchrome. They cut everything. I don't think they're meant to cut everything, but they cut everything. Torpedo level. I wonder if it's torpedoes like the style or just this one. You know what I mean? Like if all the small levels are torpedo levels. All right, so spirit level. Gonna pop those bad boys out. Probably should have got a texter while I was in there, eh? Now, how is this gonna go? This thing is full of water as well. I'm going to use the other one for this bit. Because that thing's full of water. I'm going to go grab a texter. I went with charcoal pencil. Now obviously these plants are going to grow as well, so we want to keep it as high as we can. I'm going to get it kind of there, I reckon. I'm really concerned about the pilot hole now, which will fall back on you. I'm not going to do it. I've done it before and it's caused trouble. Okay. So, remember when we hung those whiteboards up in my office? Yep. And it was just like butter. Yeah. Yeah, true. We'll see how this goes. So this drill's not fully charged, and usually a tradesperson would have a little vacuum and they'd be sucking all the dust up. Not me. Eye protection is important. And let's see how we go. You meant to hit them in like that? That's probably why my drill batteries don't work. All right, see how we go. Come on, baby. You can do it. One more hole. All right, let's go see what else we can find in the shed that drills holes. This is not a hammer drill. I know it's not a hammer drill. I know I should just go get the battery fixed. I don't have time. It fits, so it has to work. So there we go, Duffy. I think so. What's that? That's gonna be really bad. I think that's gonna turn inside the hole. I never know how to tighten things up, like, you know what I mean? You're kind of like, oh, that feels a bit tight. And you snap the plastic. Like we had the pinball machine, we had to do some stuff on that. And it said just tighten it up until it feels like you're gonna snap it. And do it one more half turn. All right, mounted. Now, we'll get Duffy to turn the camera off for this bit. See if it holds it.
Let's film it. There we go.
Alright, so the real key will be, can I retract it without ripping it off the wall? And I'm going to be forever tentative about this, I think, because I installed it. I don't know about anyone else, but whenever I hang a TV, I always think it's going to fall down.
Yeah.
So this is a 30-meter retractable hose, and you'll hear it clicking. That click, you can let go of it and it will go back, and it locks at that click. If you want it to retract completely, you do it mid-click. Right, so that's, see, that click's caught it. Now, the other hoses that I've had, it's recommended that you don't have water in the hose, like pressurized when you're retracting it. You want to have that open, so as you can see, water's draining out, that's open. If you have a look at the mouth of this, when I pull it out, it's moving from side to side. Now that also gives you an idea of how long this hose is. Like I'm now in the back corner of my yard and I've still got room to go. So that's now locked, so I can just leave the hose like that. Or to retract it, I just give it a bit of a pull. But it can't be on the click. So what I'm going to do is probably do it from this end. So I've got a bit more control because the hose is so stretchy. So you don't really need to do anything with that now, like that's retracting itself. And that's it. And then you just stick it around the corner, out of the way. So we'll mount a garden tap to that wall and neaten it all up, make it look pretty. This is a really good hose. Like we've been using it, just dragging it around on the ground. Obviously it's now mounted to the wall. Gardena make great gear. I've sold Gardena for 15 years. So I think it's pretty good. What do they give themselves? A 10 out of 10. I don't really have any points to take off, but I can't give it a 10. But it's really good. So that's the Gardena 30 meter roll-up 30, 5-year warranty. The hose is pretty kink resistant as well. I've been using it in winter, where obviously it's not as elastic because it's harder because it's not as hot. It has kinked over when I've used it once or twice when I've dragged it through the fence to fill up the pool, but a quick flick of the hose and it unkinks itself. So I'd steal it again.